The orientation is then interrupted by the third Wandswoman of the first Hightoth, who bursts in to say that the entire second Hightoth is coming to an end, and they need to drop all this and do something to stop it. The speaker says that they are well aware of the situation, and she didn't need to burst into the orientation to explain. The Wandswoman, however, says that it probably won't happen in the next 5 seconds, but they still need to know. The speaker tells the new Wandsmen that things are not great, and there are many organizations in the multiverse that seek to end it.
Okay, so I mean, I don't know, I'm kind of confused a little bit about this, right? So it says the third Wandsman of the first Hightoth enters the orientation. She's letting them know that the second Hightoth is about to end. That would seem to indicate that she lived through the destruction of the first Hightoth and, you know, has recorded that knowledge, etc., as part of the Wanderer's Library, or not the Wanderer's Library, the Wandsman, you know, group here. So that would seem to indicate that they're outside of the destruction and rebirth of the universal cycle here, right? But now the Wandsmen are kind of saying, it sounds like they're deliberating on whether or not they want to get involved to help prevent the destruction of the second Hightoth. So that would seem to indicate that that is not indeed the fact, and that if the second Hightoth were to end, they would end with it. So I don't know, I'm a little like, what is it? Just a situation where like they're still, they are like outside of the destruction and creation of the universal cycles, but it's just that there's still so much more knowledge that they're trying to preserve, so they're debating on getting involved to at least stall the destruction of the second Hightoth until they can get what knowledge they're after recorded? Or are they in fact trying to preserve themselves? Like, if the second Hightoth is ended, they will end with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm wondering what is the situation, you know?
First,
yeah, I mean, that's what I thought, Howard. I thought they were kind of like almost in their own pocket universe, dimension, etc., outside of, I guess, what would be base reality for like the SCP universe, right? Because they're talking about multiversal stuff here, and they're talking about being the ones that preserve the knowledge and the truth of the multiverse. So I guess another question then would have to be, right, like, is when a Hightoth ends a universal era, is it just a single universe, or is it the multiverse in its entirety being destroyed and then rebirthed? You know what I mean? Like, is that another situation that's going on? Because that's another, that would just be another kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? I just kind of like had a blank on what I was thinking about. Anyway, let's continue. But like, yeah, just the idea of like, if it's not just a single universe but the multi-universe being destroyed, that's just like a whole different level of stuff. Anyway, let's go.
they've all